Hey.
Spanish bitch from uptown, I bought a bust down.
It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is December 19th, 2018. Gotta give a shout out to my man, Map to Success. He wanted me to play that Meek Mills featuring Fabulous, Uptown. This is off that new album by Meek Mill's, Championships. Very good album, actually. I'm kind of surprised. Solid album, to be honest with you. But what's good, people? Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're enjoying this bear market rally. We don't know if it's a bull run yet, if it's the end of a bear market. Not too sure. We gotta really pass critical levels, above $4,000. If we start closing above there, then we can start having that conversation. But until then, we're just enjoying this ride up. I told you guys earlier on Twitter that I thought 3,900 would be a pause and a pullback from there, and that's surely what we have going on. We'll take a look at that in a little while. But first, I got to do a public service announcement. We got some fishy stuff going on over with Free Wallet. A buddy of mine is having issues getting his coins off of a wallet. This is not an exchange. This is not, some Coinbase or trading platform. No, simply a wallet. That's all it is. And yet they are not allowing him to get his funds off of this. So this, again, perfect timing. Maybe not for him, but this illustrates to you guys, proof of keys is so important. Even with these wallets, you got to make sure the wallets that you actually have control over. And this is one that you don't. So they have frozen his withdrawal of about 2 Bitcoins worth of Dash coins, and they're just giving him the runaround, guys. Asking for KYC. They're asking for hashes from where the funds came in. He provides that. Then they want more information. It just seems like they're stalling. Maybe they're being affected by this proof of keys movement. So I just want you guys to steer clear of this Free Wallet until further notice, but it's not looking good. They've had some fishy activities in the past as well. His lawyer looked up and they're out of Hong Kong. So just keep that in mind. freewallet.org. Just pay attention to what's going on there. I will steer clear for now. So I just want to do that PSA really quickly for you guys. If you guys are interested in that BitMEX algorithm, we're heating up, man. We're up. We're still in that long position. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Up more than 240% now year to date with this bot. Doesn't mean it's right all the time. There's definitely risk in trading leverage accounts. I got to get all that out the way. So don't think this is a holy grail algorithm, but it is a profitable one for sure so far year to date. So check it out, BitMEX automated trading bot. The link is provided in the description below, and it also be pinned below this video. So let's go ahead and take a look at this market cap. We're currently at 120 billion. Wow, Bitcoin's dominance down a little bit, 53.91%, and green across the board. Looking good here, people. We're seeing a bounce off of those lows for sure. And so, I want to take a look at the chart of the global market cap so you guys can see what I was talking about the other day. I think yesterday, actually. And I told you, all we needed was a break above 116. Once that was done, we tried it twice. Well, kind of once here. We went back down, tried it again, and then boom. Right after 116, we took off as I thought we would. So yeah, it's looking good for right now. I would say, honestly, if you're just looking from a fundamental standpoint, if we stay above 116 from a market cap perspective, that will be a good thing. If we break below that, then we could be looking at lower prices from there. So as you can see here, I'm going to minimize that area for now. But as you can see, again, we bounced right off of that line as I thought we would, and headed higher, broke above that 3560 area, and we shot up and got all the way up to 39.31 on Coinbase. And I said we would run into resistance at 39 range earlier this morning, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So we're taking a leg back. Now, if I extend this outward, now, this is where we could possibly head down, or we could form a new angle for a trend line here, which would look something like that. Okay, and somewhere in that range like that. This is probably what's going to happen here. So we'll try to test this and bounce off and see if we can start making that move back up. You never know. You react to the markets. You don't try to time the markets and get ahead of the markets and predict the markets. That's not what this is about. This is not a clout chasing activity, because that's when you get your nuts clipped, people. So we're just going to monitor it, see if we hold this trend line here. And if we do, we will start to head to try to score a point above 39.30. But if not, if we break this, then we're going to head back to the 35 area. And we're still in that long position down here. This is where we got in with the algorithm. So very big gains there for us in the trading room. But good thing is, if conditions change, you better believe that algo will go short and we'll try to profit on the downside again. That's pretty much it for that first article, though. Very interesting. The big short. So this former IMF economist finally closes year-old Bitcoin short. So this could be, I consider this very bullish news here. It says here, a year ago today, Bitcoin peaked at 19.5. Former International Monetary Fund economist and Faro senior risk trader Mark Dow made an unpopular bet not long thereafter. Bitcoin would not sustain its growth and the price would slip from there. He entered a short position and rode his intuition all the way down to the bank, finally closing the position today. And that was actually yesterday. A big part of his intuition was the launch of Bitcoin futures trading. I personally think he was right for the wrong reasons, because again, there's no correlation, especially with volume, no correlation with manipulating Bitcoin futures, and they don't even settle in Bitcoin. So there's no need for CBOE to go out into the open market or over the counter to settle those trades. So I think he was just right for the wrong reason in this case, but still he was right. Dow wrote a sort of guide on shorting Bitcoin around the time he'd opened his position, not quite a week after the peak. So he told Bloomberg that he's already taken profits twice this year on the position, but now he's finally decided to close it out altogether. He didn't comment on whether this is because he sees an upswing coming ahead. He said here, "I'm done. I don't want to try to ride this thing to zero. I don't want to try to squeeze more out of a lemon. I don't want to think about it. It seemed like the right time." Dow frequently refers to Bitcoin as faith-based. He said to Bloomberg that the reason for last year's bubble was largely people believing the narrative, and that a failure on the part of many traders to actually understand the underlying technology led to a more violent bubble. So article finally sums up by saying that Novogratz believes Bitcoin will be 3,000 to 6,000. It says Novogratz feels that the gradual demand pressure is building in Bitcoin, telling Bloomberg that there was a monster correction which is over. He says his conviction level remains high. He pointed to the dot-com bubble, saying that both the Bitcoin bubble and the dot-com bubble were based on something real. He made the point that the internet has changed the world in many ways. So yeah, here you go. Like I said, someone's got to time the top, and you should never try to time the top, but someone's got to be the person that gets sold at the top. So he was just one, and to me, I don't think this really means anything. You guys let me know your thoughts. He didn't go into detail about why he closed it, other than he just thought he didn't want to squeeze any more out of it, or scrape the pot is what we say in trading. And that is true. You never want to, or never psych yourself into thinking you're going to get every last penny out. That's why you scale out a position. You scale in if you're doing investing for the long term, but you scale into a position and you scale out of a position. And so as he did, he took profits twice prior to closing the remaining Bitcoin short out. And that's how you do it. That's really how you do it. You don't just short and then wait until you finally think it's over and sell everything. No, you scale out or fade out of a position, and that's what he did. But I don't know if that means the end of a bear market. I personally think 3,000 is going to be a low for us. So we'll just have to see. You guys let me know your thoughts on that. He made a good move there for sure, whether right or wrong. So kudos to him on that one. The second article, this is a big one. We're going to have the fuzzers come out with new excuses now. But I'm just giving you facts, people. Bloomberg vindicates Tether as they look at their financial statements and say that it's true. Everything is solid with Tether. So it says, for several months, Tether has been the subject of mass speculation ever since a report emerged last summer alleging that the stablecoin was responsible for Bitcoin's meteoric rise in 2017. Everyone, including various government agencies, have looked at it to see if its dealings and operations are legal and appropriate. In the past, executives of Tether have alleged that they have roughly $1 million in the bank for every unit of Tether. This would amount to a lot of money stashed away, but according to new data uncovered by Bloomberg, the statement made regarding Tether's operations as of late appear to be based in truth. Look at that, the claims behind Tether and Bitcoin. For example, a recent bank statement shows approximately $2.2 billion in Tether accounts at Puerto Rico's Noble Bank last January. At the time, approximately 2.1 billion Tether existed per coin market cap. Figures also add up for both September and October of last year. Naturally, some data is still left open. For instance, it is still unclear where the funds originated from and where they're presently stored. The bank statements garnered by Bloomberg were provided by a representative of the company that has access to Tether's financial records, though a government official has confirmed the statement's validity. In 2017, executives were forced to find alternatives after Wells Fargo cut its ties with the company. The organization's relationships with several Taiwanese financial leaders also came to an end. The general counsel for Tether recently commented, as a company that takes its legal and compliance obligations very seriously, we are not in a position to comment on the discussions we have, nor to acknowledge the existence of subpoenas or similar legal requests. Since November of 2018, a criminal probe involving Tether's alleged ties to Bitcoin has been the primary focus of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. The mentioned report, released last summer, written by University of Texas finance professor John Griffin, claims that every time Bitcoin's price dropped in 2017, Tether was used to purchase the asset and potentially tie it to the US dollar, boosting its value. Tether's CEO has reportedly denied these claims, saying that Tether issuances cannot be used to prop up the price of Bitcoin or any other coin/token. The U.S. Justice Department issued a subpoena to Tether late last year. While neither the Justice Department nor the CFTC has accused Tether of any wrongdoing, the case presently remains ongoing. So what do you guys think? I actually saw this not from Live Bitcoin News initially. I saw it on decryptmedia.com, and it was linked directly to an article from Bloomberg. So you guys can check that article out if you want as well. Again, more and more evidence toward the fact that they're not versus toward the fact that they are manipulating or not having the funds that they should. See, you know, when you're trying to prove something wrong, you got to come with facts. You can't come with these anecdotal stories and hearsay and so on and so forth. Come with facts, show some paperwork, and then I'll change my mind. I don't have a problem changing my mind and changing, you know, my viewpoint on anything. You just got to come with facts with me. I don't have time for the nonsense. So you guys let me know your thoughts on that. I thought that was an interesting article, and I'll try to find I have it. I'll try to remember to link the Bloomberg article as well, so you guys can see that right up directly from the source. That's pretty much it though for today. Shout out to my man Map to Success for that song request at Meek Mill's Uptown. This joint is litty for sure. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell, all that good stuff. This is my 2 Satoshis for December 19th, 2018. Holla!